Many of you that have been around Oklahoma a long time know who Wayne Varley and the Gold Car are. They have been around terrorizing the streets and the tracks of Oklahoma for the last several decades. Today we're going to have a sit down with Wayne, talk about him, where he came from, where he's been, where he's going in the future, and also the different transformation the Gold Car has made in the past.
Hi, I'm Wayne Varley.
And I'm Brent.
And today we're going to talk about some of the changes that we've made to the Gold Car. And Brett will be asking some questions, and I'll be answering the best I can.
What we're going to learn today is the history of Wayne, his racing, where the Gold Car came from, where it's gone, and the different transformations it's made over time. What I guess the first question would be is, how did you get started? And
I started basically when I was 16 years old, when I got my first car. I raced my brother and he beat me, so I started doing a lot of reading, and basically went out 2 weeks later, whipped his ass, and it's been that way ever since. So.
What kind of car was that in?
It was in a Galaxy 500 69 fastback. Had a 390 with a 9-inch. So changed some gears on it, did some shift kit in the tranny, and put a 4-barrel intake on it, that type of stuff. So.
Right. And then ever since then, you've just been street racing and drag racing and just doing your thing?
Yeah, well, I really got into it hard back in the early 90s.
Right. Now, is that when
you were around?
Yeah, exactly. Now, you had this car, but it looked totally different from what it does now.
Right. We took it to Dave Foster and had a fresh set of paint put on it, some ghost flames. He does amazing work. So you can see it's a House of Color gold mine with a pagan candy clear on top of it. So Dave did some awesome work on it. So molded all the sides on it and the bumper in the back, so it's totally different in a lot of respects to other Mustangs.
It does look killer. What are some of the other changes that you've made to the car? I mean, is it still the same chassis, or what else have you done?
No, I mean, it's still a ladder bar car, but we took the 8 out and we put in a strange 9-inch with an aluminum center section. Changed the gears, got it wider, put some Mentor Motorsports fully adjustable shocks with reservoirs, external reservoirs on it. Those really help it bite hard. So yeah, there's been some transformations in the back end, and we can actually go to a 17-inch wide tire. It's just we need a 15-inch wheel.
Right. Who did the back half job for you?
Me and Goody Bo.
Oh, did y'all do it yourself?
Yeah, Goody Bo's amazing when it comes to chassis stuff. So.
Right, and those new shocks and stuff you put on it gives you a lot of extra tunability for the street, right?
Right, yeah, it really does. That kid's amazing coming when it comes to tuning chassis and stuff like that. So.
Right. Now also we've noticed that you've got the fender exit headers.
Yeah, we went to a fender exit header, front exit header. Harold Furo came down and built us a set. He built us a cross member for the front, so that knocked off a lot of weight.
Right. And
the front exit headers that he builds are cut down of a lot of internal noise on the car, so they really help a lot.
Right, at least from the inside anyways when you're driving.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
I'm sure it's loud as hell from the outside.
Well, underneath it is. When they're pointing underneath, it's loud as hell. So.
Right. What about the engine changes you've made to the car?
It's got it started out with a 289, 302, 514, 526. Now we've got a big block 572 Ford.
Right.
It's got all Crowder internals. It's got billet crank, billet rods, billet camshaft, solid roller. Right now it has Kazi heads on it and diamond pistons, total seal rings, all of the best of the best. So, but we're fixing to change the heads and go to an A460 head because we can't get the nitrous out of those Kazi heads. So we'll be making a change there. They're down in Texas right now with Norby from Portworks. He's doing all the porting and on the intake and all that stuff. And we'll have a trick flow intake manifold. Right now we run a Wilson with a single stage of nitrous ProFlow. It's an amazing system. We've had a lot of good luck with it. It's got a 1250 Dominator on it. It's got a Magna fuel system from the pump to all the brackets up front and the hoses. It's got a Be Cool radiator system in it now. We had to have that because we couldn't keep it cool.
Right.
We went to a Be Cool and it really helped us out a lot. So we run an FTI transmission, and Greg down there at FTI, which totally changed the game when we got that in. He knew exactly what to do to set it up for the car, and it's amazing. Really helped a lot.
How much nitrous are you running through the car?
Well, we're running a 36 jet.
36 jet?
Yeah, on the nitrous proflow system.
Now, for the people at home that don't know much about nitrous tuning, a 36 jet, what does that equivalent to in horsepower rating?
It's about 325, 350
Right.
shot, and we use it all instantly.
Right.
We will set a timer on it. If the street's not that good, we'll progress it in a little bit and then let it bite hard. So it's come a long way.
Right. Now, a lot of the viewers at home have pegged you about the turbo question.
No, I'm not going turbo. I'm a nitrous guy. I always will be.
Right.
You know, I want that power instantly and let them catch me, which they will. Usually, turbo cars will come on the other end, but I want to be out there on their ass.
I don't know. I looked at some of the racing on YouTube and on video, and it seems like the nitrous cars are starting to get the big end figured out.
Yeah, they really are.
They're having trouble catching them.
Mm-hmm.
So who does your machine work?
Well, you're only as good as your machinist. I've always said that. And my machinist is Brent. I've been using him for 20 plus years. He does amazing work. Everything's always spot on perfect. I know when I come out of there, I don't have to check his work because I've checked it enough to know that he's right. You know what I mean? So he's a good guy, good family guy, and I wouldn't use anybody else.
The machine work has a lot to do with the longevity of your.
Oh yeah. Like I said, you're only as good as your machinist. If he, if he's not spot on, you're not either. You know, when I used to work in a machine shop, I'd do all my own stuff. You know, make sure every spring weight had the same pressure down on it and everything like that. But since then, I've been using Gary.
Now that we know how fast this car is, how do you get it stopped?
Well, we went to Willwood brakes. It's got front and rear disc, 12-inch rotors, so it stop on a dime, give you 9 cents change. You know.
Right, definitely. What kind of changes have you made to the interior as far as?
Well, we've got all Scott Rod panels in there, and we've got some under the hood and some external panels. He does amazing work. He makes a lot of stuff for the Fox body, and he's a really good guy. He sent us a bunch of quality panels, fit right on, didn't have to modify anything, just went right in. So that's who we use for our body panels. We've got HO Fibertrans doors on it. They were amazing, great. Didn't have to do anything but sand and paint. And that's pretty much all of that.
The windows I've noticed are like Lexan. They look factory, but I mean, I noticed they're still Lexan.
They are. They do look factory, but that's optic armor. They make quality windshields and rear glass, side panels, the whole 9 yards. But we didn't do that. We just put front and back glass in it. I didn't have time to start cutting stuff and doing all that stuff.
We don't want to cut the car up anyways because you want to stay true to streets.
Right.
I noticed you got the parachute and the wheelie bars on there. That kind of takes away from the street a little bit.
Well, you know, we had an accident with it going. It rode the gear and went up in the air and it came down. It busted the transmission and the oil pan. And, did a bunch of damage underneath it. I had to have it all. Cost me about $7 grand to get all that fixed. So I don't want to do that again.
No.
It hasn't hit the bars really, but I just don't want to take that chance.
Sometimes it's worth a little swallowing to save your pocketbook.
Oh yeah. They come off. I pull 2 pins and they're done.
Right.
You know. So if I need to, I can pull them off. If somebody bitches about it, we'll pull them off. So.
Right. One thing I noticed is the wheels on this car. I've never quite seen a wheel like that. They look really nice.
Yeah, those are awesome wheels, man. Marlene from Whole Shot gave us those wheels. She anodized them the same color as the car, so.
I noticed the design on those things. I've never quite seen like a star design like that.
Yeah, that's the old Star Darts. You could buy them in 7-Eleven back when I was a kid. And when I saw them, that's the ones I picked because I thought, you know, it's older stuff. Go good with the car.
So what kind of future plans do you have?
Well, I'm just going to keep doing what I've always been doing, you know, racing. Got a lot of calls from big mouths. Want to race. And,
Yeah.
You know, you're one of them. You know, always giving me shit.
Now watch out for that little 355 Firebird.
Yeah. But I'm just going to keep doing what I was doing, man. Street racing. You know, I won't admit to that in a court of law. But
Got it on film.
yeah, we'll be in Mexico when we do it.
So what about the no prep craze that everybody seems to be going to? That seems to be the hot item nowadays.
It is, but you know, I really don't like it because an unprepped track is worse than an unprepped street. You know what I mean? It's slicker than snot.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of high-dollar cars get blown away by walls on tracks. You know what I mean? So I'm not a big fan of that.
A lot of people like it. It's kind of a 50-50. You either slide or you hook.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen cars get down that track from no prep like there's no tomorrow, and then I've seen some cars that just skate around the whole time.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, but people do it. You know, I'm not a big fan of it. Brian is. He'll drive that son of a bitch on gravel. He don't care. You know?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
I've seen him with some videos of this and his car, which we'll be doing an upcoming episode on.
Yeah. He's crazy. That's why he drives, because he's got a lot of confidence and he don't really make mistakes.
He's still young and has balls.
I got balls too, bitch.
I know that, but
I'm just letting him use his.
Oh, okay. Let him tear his off and so you tear yours off.
I'll give you one. You know what I mean?
And whether it works or not, it's kind of 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
I noticed you have the English flag on here.
Yeah, that's the Union Jack. I'm originally from England. Came here when I was 15. Got my citizenship. You know, I'm a red-blooded American, really. You know, I love it here. Love the people. So I just decided to get my citizenship.
It's a nice free country. We can do what we want here pretty much.
Yeah, we can.
So I noticed you only got one seat in the car. Are you going to maybe put a second seat in it so when you make your appearance and stuff, maybe you give kids and stuff a ride in the car?
Well, we talked about putting the nitrous bottle back up behind the driver's seat where it used to be, and putting the other seat back in it, so we could do that. Some people have offered to pay for rides in it, so
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. Now I noticed that you've done appearances and stuff. Are you going to continue to do appearances and go see all these different tracks and let people see the go car one?
Yeah, if they want us to come to the tracks, we're more than willing to come. We go out there, sell our T-shirts. We just did a thing in Kentucky at Gravity Falls Motorsports
Right.
for some Shriners down there. We made them some money, and we really enjoyed it. They're good people down there.
So what's your next upcoming event that someone might be able to come see you at?
I think we're going to be in Houston or Mississippi. It's either Mississippi, Houston, or LaGrange in Georgia. So it's just a toss-up right now. They haven't given us exact dates.
I've been to LaGrange, Georgia. That's a nice track.
Yeah, you used to live down there, didn't you?
I lived in Georgia for a while,
I
yeah.
know. I thought I saw your picture in the fucking post office at one time.
No, that was before I became Men in Black.
Oh, well, that concludes the interview with me, and you guys hopefully learned some things about the Gold Car. If you have any questions, go on the page, ask them. We'll select some questions and answer them next time we do this, after the next segment, which will be Mike Williams. We're going over there to see his cars.
He's got a lot of different cars, and they're really fast. He's got one in the works that y'all are really going to love.
So hopefully we can get some more to you, and thanks for watching.